Well, let me ask you this, because I saw you got a little bit flustered when 50 Cent surprised you. Does 50
Oh, I
Cent
can't
make
even
you
look at
nervous?
50 Cent. I can't even. Oh.
You can't look at 50 Cent.
It all began not in the spotlight, but in a kitchen, with a woman, a wooden spoon, and a dream so simple it changed everything. Rachael Ray has built a career out of honesty and relatability. She is the woman who made cooking less intimidating, the one who made millions believe they too could create something beautiful in 30 minutes or less. With her infectious laugh, her quick-witted charm, and her boundless energy, she became a symbol of warmth and authenticity in an industry often defined by perfection and pretense. For more than 2 decades, Rachael has invited viewers into her kitchen and, by extension, into her life. She has always seemed approachable, a celebrity who never pretended to be flawless, who spilled sauce on her counter and laughed it off. Her brand wasn't built on glamour, it was built on genuineness. Yet behind to the smile that brightened millions of homes lies a story few truly know. A story that reveals just how human she really is. Because while Rachael Ray was busy building an empire, one that spanned cookbooks, television shows, lifestyle magazines, and even a line of pet food, her personal life was waging its own quiet battle. Her marriage to John Kusimano, the man who has stood beside her for nearly 20 years, has been a tale of devotion and endurance shadowed by controversy, public scrutiny, and whispers that refused to fade. Rachael Ray was born on August 25, 1968, in Glens Falls, New York, to Elsa Providenza Scuderi and James Claude Ray. Growing up in the small resort town of Lake George, Rachael's world was filled with the comforting chaos of food, laughter, and hard work. Her Sicilian mother, Elsa, ran restaurants with a flair for flavor and family-style hospitality, while her father, of French, Scottish, and Welsh descent, brought a deep love for storytelling and creativity. From an early age, Rachael learned that food was more than sustenance, it was connection. Her childhood memories are stitched together by the smell of garlic sizzling in olive oil and the sound of her mother's voice calling orders from the kitchen. By the time she was a teenager, she was already part of that whirlwind. Working at Sutton's Marketplace in Queensbury, she stocked shelves, served customers, and baked treats like cider donuts and raisin bread. It was there she first discovered her natural charisma, appearing in local TV commercials and realizing she had a spark that connected easily with people. After graduating from Lake George High School, Rachael chased a new dream: life in the big city. She moved to New York and began working at Macy's in 1995, where she managed the candy counter. But when the company tried to assign her extra departments she hadn't agreed to oversee, she made a decision that would define her personality. She quit. For Rachael, integrity mattered more than titles. Millions tuned in not just for recipes, but for Rachael herself. Her warmth, her humor, and her contagious energy. She made cooking feel like a conversation rather than a chore. Her rise was meteoric. Magazine covers, book deals, endorsements, and eventually her own daytime talk show. She wasn't just a chef anymore. She was a brand, a movement, a phenomenon. But while her career soared higher than she ever imagined, her personal life was quietly taking an unexpected and beautiful turn. In 2001, at a birthday party hosted by a mutual friend, she met John M. Kusimano, a man who would soon change everything. Surrounded by what John later joked was a sea of tall people, the two gravitated toward each other almost instantly. Their first conversation lasted until 4 a.m., full of laughter, food, and music. Rachael initially thought John was gay. She even planned to set him up with 1-2 of her Italian friends. But when he corrected her, sparks flew. From that night onward, they spoke every single day. John was unlike anyone she had ever met. A talented musician and trained lawyer, he had both creativity and discipline. He was passionate, grounded, and protective. Everything Rachael didn't know she needed. She often said later, "The smartest thing I ever did was marry an entertainment lawyer. He saved me a bundle." In September 2005, after 4 years together, the couple exchanged vows at the breathtaking Castello di in Tuscany, Italy. The ceremony was intimate yet timeless, surrounded by vineyards, family, and close friends. 10 years later, they returned to the same castle to renew their vows. Under the golden Tuscan sun, Rachael read the poem "All the Whiskey in Heaven" to her husband and told him, "Under any circumstance, I would still choose you, and I love you more than all the whiskey in heaven." No marriage in the public eye is free from scrutiny. And for Rachael Ray and John Kusimano, the whispers began almost as soon as they said, "I do." Fame, after all, magnifies everything: the laughter, the love, and the flaws. In 2005, while Rachael's career was reaching new heights and her daytime talk show was taking off, tabloids began publishing salacious stories accusing John of infidelity. Some even claimed he had been involved with sex workers. The headlines were cruel and relentless, painting a picture of betrayal that shocked fans who had just celebrated the couple's fairy tale Tuscan wedding. Rachael, known for her unfiltered honesty, didn't stay silent. On The Rachael Ray Show, she addressed the gossip head-on, urging viewers to rise above the noise. "Everybody gossips," she said, "but this stuff hurts real people, our families, our friends. They worry about us." Her voice trembled slightly, a rare moment of vulnerability that showed how deeply the rumors cut. But the speculation refused to die. In 2013, the National Enquirer published an explosive story alleging that John had been seen multiple times at a New York swingers club, always without Rachael. The report claimed he had visited at least 6 times, a detail that spread across social media like wildfire. Both Rachael and John quickly and firmly denied the accusations, calling them false and defamatory. Privately, insiders claimed John even considered taking legal action against the magazine. Through all of this, John remained her rock and to her secret weapon. Leaving his law career, he became a key figure behind her brand, managing contracts, licensing deals, and partnerships. His legal expertise saved Rachael millions, making him both husband and business partner. In 2013, tragedy struck close to home when her beloved aunt, Geraldine, died outside Rachael's house after being accidentally locked out in freezing weather. The heartbreaking incident made national headlines and fractured her family in ways that could never be fully repaired. Some relatives reportedly blamed Rachael for negligence, claiming her aunt hadn't been given a key to the home. It was a devastating accusation, one that left Rachael reeling. While she rarely spoke publicly about the event, insiders later revealed how deeply it affected her, calling it one of the darkest chapters of her life. But tragedy wasn't new to Rachael. Years earlier, in the 1990s, when she was still trying to find her footing in New York City, she had been mugged twice within a single week. Those incidents shook her confidence and played a role in her decision to return home to upstate New York, a move that would later change her destiny. In 2023, Rachael made one of the biggest decisions of her career. She ended The Rachael Ray Show after 17 successful seasons. For nearly 2 decades, the show had been a staple in daytime television, blending laughter, cooking, and heartfelt conversation. When she said goodbye to the set that had been her second home, she admitted it was bittersweet. "It's time for something new," she said. "Time to tell stories in a different way." That different way became Free Food Studios, her new production company dedicated to supporting creators who share her love of food and authenticity. Around the same time, she launched her deeply personal podcast, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, where she opened up about the emotional toll of fame, loss, and love. Rachael Ray and John Kusimano's love story is one of endurance, not perfection. Despite rumors, media scrutiny, and personal losses, they've stayed together, choosing each other through every challenge. Today, they split their time between their Adirondacks home and Tuscany, sharing quiet days filled with laughter, long walks, and their rescue dog, Bella. For Rachael, the greatest masterpiece isn't a meal or a show. It's a life built on love, resilience, and unwavering partnership.